Shalom, shalom. Call halal. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Akakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders that Jim must rule well. Peace and blessings to the occupants out there fight doing this work with truth and sincerity. It's Brother Bronson Pod, back at you again with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect men out there that are listening and watching these videos. I'm outside doing a lesson right now. I was thinking about this article that I found. The brother Mike Alla out in LA did a video upon it, and I went and got the title. The article right here reads, Vax the blacks, which we know so-called Negroes in this country are from the tribe of Judah. But nonetheless, Vax the so-called blacks. Joe Biden's COVID-19 task force members recommends withholding food stamps and rent assistance for those who refuse coronavirus vaccines. Now, this is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashma Shah, beginning with the apostles and elders and the men on down. It's laboring out here. I've been telling you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans all the time, that these people are coming against you. You are the targets now. You've been the target, but you are definitely the target now. And since our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, heavily been dependent upon the government to aid you with the rental assistance and food stamps and Section 8 and things of that nature. Well, now here's come a time that he's going to vaccinate you, force vaccinate you, and force microchip you when that time comes. And if you don't do these things, if you don't get vaccinated, they're going to withhold food stamps and government assistance from you. And for all of you that have children that live by yourselves who don't have men in your homes, because you took this government aid and kicked the man out of the house for whatever reason, okay, now you will be left with a decision to make. Either take this vaccination, either take this I forget how the brother pronounced it. You either take this vax or, be faced with crucial judgment on what you go do. You either take this or what? Get put out on the streets, be left hungry, man. And we've been telling y'all so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to turn back to the Heavenly Father and depend upon Him. He is the creator of all things. He's the provider. He's the helper. He's the healer. He's the protector. He's the savior. He's salvation. Everything you need is on Yahweh Bashma Shah, man. So this gonna be some dark days. How it speaks about in Jeremiah chapter 30:7, the time of Jacob's trouble, man. And this right here go hook, line, and sink a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there that have heavily depended upon this government the whole time, man. You don't want to hear the counsel of the Lord. You don't want to turn back from your wicked ways, so that way you have a chance of salvation and protection, man. So this is just a quick lesson, man. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe means destruction. So destruction unto you, to them that go down to Egypt for help. We know America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, man. Look on back of your dollar bill, you have a pyramid on the back, but that represents Egypt, okay? So woe means destruction to them that go down to Egypt for help. They go to this place over here in spiritually Sodom and Egypt and go down and ask this devil for help versus asking the help of the Lord, man. You see? So it says, woe means destruction. So destruction unto you for those who went to Egypt to go for help versus asking the Lord for help. You see? Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, or your vehicles. The modern day chariots will be your cars, your vehicle, your trucks, your SUVs or whatever. And you trust in these things that the so-called white man has provided for you. You see? You trust in this versus trusting in the creator who created you and everything else, man. So woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans trust on what this devil has been pacifying and pampering you with versus you turning back to the Heavenly Father, man. You go to church and say you believe in the Lord. No, you don't. You calling on a false so-called God anyways. And plus, you don't want to take the counsel of the Lord. We telling you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that this stuff is coming down, man. That's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. So all you government assistance and getting aid from the government, you finna be faced with a real tough decision, man. And we've been telling you with the apostles and the elders not to, you know, go to this devil for help, man. You got to come back to the Yahweh by Shema Shai. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High is going to give you what you want. He's going to turn you over into the hand of this devil, man. And it's not going to be pretty out here, man. Hella grim, dark days are coming to this place called America, a.k.a. Sodom, spiritually known as Egypt, man. You see? And right now, if you refuse to take this test, they withhold the food stamps and rent from you, man. So what you going to do now once you be faced with this? See, we telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, those who sincere to turn back to the Heavenly Father, man, with all your whole heart and everything, meaning your mind. The word heart in the Hebrew is la, meaning your mind. You're supposed to turn from your wicked ways and come to the Heavenly Father. He's your protector, provider, and everything else, man. You see what I'm saying? Which is a quick lesson I want to get into, man, concerning that time of Jacob's trouble. This ain't nothing to be laughing about. This ain't nothing weak. Ain't nothing gay about this, man. This is the biblical end times, man. You see? I'm going to look at that piece up real quick. Let me see something. Real quick. Jeremiah 2:36. Why gaddest thou about so much to change thy way? Thou shalt also be ashamed of Egypt. Thou hast wast ashamed of Assyria. You go see that putting your trust in spiritually Babylon, aka spiritually Egypt, you're going to see by putting your trust in this so-called country, into this devil, you're going to see the carpet being pulled right up under your feet from trusting in this devil, man. You see what I'm saying? You people run to this man as though he's the Most High, as though he can save you from the thing that's coming. No, they put Biden up there to give you false hope. And guess what? You're gonna get judged by believing in this system and trusting in this system. And voting means to vow. You're making a vow to this devil that you're gonna bow down to him, man. So with this government assisted program and the thing that's coming, we go see what's gonna take place, man, in days to come, man. With that, the brother Bronson Pride, Lord willing, until next time, I should say, Shalom.